This is my review of Sand and Sea Resort in RAILAY Bay in Thailand, KRABI. So when you get to Thailand, if you've never been there before, you'll easily get out from the airport. You will find usually relatively cheap shuttle buses that will take you to a pier, and within about, that's what I love about Thailand, within about, I don't know, 30 minutes of leaving the airport, you're on a beach. Facility is really nice, you get a welcome drink. The resort is massive, it stretches all the way from the east where you arrive and all the way over to the west. Beach room, sorry, this wasn't a beach room, this was quite a nice spacious room. When we go to Thailand, we feel like we can splurge and get a slightly bigger room than usual. This is quite nice, quite good. We like to walk, we like to move, so we're not bothered if we get a room that isn't as, super close to the dining area. This was quite big, quite spacious. This is the traditional Thai style room. There was no pool attached to this room, no jacuzzi, but it was nice place to relax. So you can see from this side, this is the east side, this is where you would arrive. And this is the kind of the mangrovey side. This is where most of the people arrive, because on the other side you arrive in the water. This was early in the morning, and I decided to film just before we went for breakfast. As I say, the walk was around about maybe 5 minutes, which isn't long. Well, it depends how hot it is, really. As you can see, each of these, it's quite a nice location. There are two resorts right next to each other. I think one's called RAILAY Bay, and this is obviously Sand Sea. They're both owned by the same people. We've stayed in both. This one you should really take into consideration if you like to get drinks from a bar, is a alcohol-free hotel, but don't, turn off the video immediately. Let me explain. Alcohol-free as in they generally don't serve alcohol on the premises, but being Thailand, there's always a way around things, and they will basically take an order from you to go to one of the other next door resorts to buy you a drink. So, like I said, there's a way around it. The breakfast was good, international kind of breakfast, Asian international. You get noodles and rice dishes, but then you also get the traditional kind of food you would expect in most places. A lot of places in Thailand are now adopting these coffee machines as well, which are much better than the kind of stewed affair you normally get. The breakfast was good, 3.5 out of 10. And this is now on the west side, and this is the benefit of, or the beauty of RAILAY Bay, is the morning walks and the scenery. And if you're up early, then you get this place to yourself. So just behind the R, where you're watching now, is where you can hire the kayaks, cheap. In fact, I don't even think you need to pay. If you're an outsider, you need to pay. Quite a little bit windy on this side. Again, that will depend on what time of year. Those sunbeds get quite busy. The narrower sunbed area than the sister resort, RAILAY Bay. RAILAY Bay has a longer, wider kind of beachfront area. You have to watch out for the monkeys. This was stuff that was left out overnight, and the monkeys they're all over the place. Don't leave your stuff around because they will steal it. And one of them was on our dining table in the morning, and it bared its teeth to me. It looked a little bit threatening, and I don't want to mess around with these things because I've seen them scalp someone, not in the flesh, on YouTube. But yeah, they will literally go where they want to go, eat what they want to eat, take what they want to take, and don't mess with them. But if you don't threaten them, then they're quite entertaining to watch. Talking of nature, this area this was maybe a 30-second walk from our place. There are 3 pools in this resort. This is the emptiest, quietest one, I suppose. This is on the east side, and there's a huge monitor lizard that basically lives in this area. The first time we saw it, it was actually getting out of one of the pools. Bear in mind that it was very quiet, so I doubt you would see it very often. They have a nice little gym, very basic. Good enough to do whatever you need in there. Some light-ish dumbbells and a cable stack. Note to any gym owners watching, just splurge on a little bit more equipment. Forget all the cardio nonsense. Get some real stuff in there. So again, back on the west side, sunbed area, that's the biggest pool. Well, joint biggest pool. There's a pool in the middle. There's a pool on either side. And this was obviously the entranceway. This is the breakfast area ahead. And toilets around this way. Didn't eat a meal in there, so I can't judge the food. They have a toilet area which looks quite new, and that's right next to right behind the breakfast area, next to the sunbeds. Obviously you always get the mosquitoes in the toilet, so you play that game of swatting and dumping at the same time. Excuse my language. All of these resorts generally are quite interconnected. You can see from this is that you have lots of different ways to go and explore, which is a relatively small thing. It feels like an island, but it's not an island. I have lots of little walkways. This is just a walk through the centre of the resort. Some kind of, I don't know what this is. It just looks like it's unfinished. It doesn't look bad. It just looks a bit murky. It looks like it's not as full as it should be. But this was the walkway to the centre pool, which was quite quiet. A nice place to get away from the noise, because on the east side, one of the first pools I showed you with the monitor lizard, that's got, you get the noise of the boats, and on the other main pool you get all the people in there, and again boat noise. This is quite a nice chilled centre area, nice centre pool for you to relax in. Wi-Fi is generally good all over the resort, didn't have any issues. I sat and I read Burt Reynolds' first autobiography. That's how I'll remember this pool. And all of the places, a series of different kind of accommodations. They're all probably quite unique, so it's well worth looking into it. You can get on a boat very quickly and go to Ao Nang. We just hired that one for ourselves. You can go climbing. This was actually from the first time we went. We did a climbing course, not just because we like to try and mix things up to things that would be too expensive to do in other countries. So we did an actual qualification. You can hire the kayaks, move around, go and have a little look, little experiment. To the left of where I can't remember which side it is, but there's another beach which is walkable, which I think comes up soon. But on this kayak, you can go around this little peninsula. You can explore like a little remote kind of a hong. It's all good fun. It's quite calm. And this way, if you keep walking, this is where so basically, as it's a little bay, you can have little routes that go through to different areas around. So you can go around that one and go to another beach, which is where the Penis Cave is. Or you can come around this way and you can walk to, I think it was Tonsai Beach on the right, which is a simple walk, but you've got to time it right. Because if you don't time it right, then you'll get the tides. First time we tried to do it, it was too high. So this was earlier on. We went up and over through like a little 5-minute, 10-minute sweaty jungle walk onto Tonsai Beach, which is really a climbing beach, lots of climbing, but it's quite nice. And you can walk to the end of the beach and go around the back, and you'll see, like it used to be an old backpackers kind of village, a bit relaxed, reggae kind of vibes, and country music, which was a bit weird. And yeah, this is back to the main resort again, just more kind of walking scenes, just so you can see what's on RAILAY. This isn't the resort itself, but this is on the road which runs parallel, because the resort is on the right. Very easy to get to everything. We spent about 10 days there, which in all honesty was a bit too long considering how hot it was.